I built this workflow with AI and it saves me about 4 to 5 hours every single week, and I estimate about $200 to $250. And one of the reasons it works so well is because I stopped using AI as most business owners do. They're using it as Google, as Q&A tools, or maybe to generate some content for them. But there is a much better way that you can use AI to systematize the things that you're working on so that you can get better, more consistent output, save more time, and ultimately make more money. By the end of this video, I'll share with you how I'm using AI in a bit different way, how you can save time, and how you can identify your most repetitive, expensive, or hated tasks and hand them over to AI so that it does them for you. Okay, first of all, let's dive into Gemini, because this is the first part that I want to show you. Basically, when you come here, you have this on the side, Explore Gems, and I want you to come here, and here you can see overall gems. You will have the ability to build your own, and I want to show you some of the gems that I created that are saving me time and making me money. Now, this is the equivalent to ChatGPT, like custom GPTs. You can do it with GPT as well. I do it with both, right? So it's not either or. It's like I use both. For certain things, I use Gemini, and for certain things, I use ChatGPT. Now, I want to start with my own example, but more importantly, I want to translate the principle to you so that you, even if you don't have a YouTube channel, you can understand the principle and apply it to whatever you are working on in your business. So to give you an example, one of the things that I started doing last year was YouTube, and YouTube is like a series of micro and macro tasks that you need to complete, because it sounds simple enough, like just record and publish the video, but there are many more things that go into it. Everything from researching what you want to talk about, coming up with the valid ideas for your videos, then coming up with headlines that people will click on, with thumbnails that will capture attention of the right people, then having the right hook in the first 30 seconds to lure people in and get them to actually watch, then deliver the video in a way that makes sense and delivers value. Like, there are so many things that go into it, and a lot of these things are repetitive, right? So what I did, and what I do recommend for you to do, again, regardless of whether you have your own YouTube channel, but I want you to think more broadly, and I want you to think about the things that you do every single day or every single week that are repetitive. So let's start with my examples. So 3 reoccurring tasks that I have all the time in my business are, again, idea generation, coming up with headlines, and coming up with hooks with the first 30 seconds of the video. So what I did is I went to Gemini 2.5 Pro and I explained to it how I'm coming up with ideas, what's my process, what kind of videos I build, what's my niche, all of these things, right? Like, I spent some back and forth time. It probably took 30 to 60 minutes to come up with this. So you will need to invest some time up front, but later that will be easily replaced and you will actually gain much more time. So anyways, I taught it how to think like me, what's my niche, what I like to talk about, all these different things, and then I told it to give me prompt for Google Gem, right? And then I built this one. So when I come here, it knows a lot about me, my niche, my YouTube channel, and I can just ask it for ideas, and I can ask it for 10 ideas. Now, of course, not every idea will be perfect, but it's sometimes enough to have that inspiration. I just need 1 out of 10 to be like, okay, this is good. And then I can take that one and I can be like, give me 5 more similar to this. And this saves so much time, because I don't need to always be thinking about, okay, new ideas, new research, new ideas, new research, right? And I want to also show you like how to actually create this. So you simply click on the new gem, you give it name, and here you give it prompt. So the most important things are prompt, like explaining what you need, how it should be done, what it needs to do, what it shouldn't be doing. And you can use AI for this. What I like about Gemini is that they have this part here, which is use Gemini to rewrite instructions. So even if you're bad at prompting, Gemini can improve it, right? And I think one of the most important things, and I will show you how important that is with the next example, is the knowledge base, where you actually upload things that it can draw examples from. So let me show you. So with the headline generator idea, it's the same thing, but how did I create this one? So what you can see here is a PDF of headline swipes. So what I did when I was creating this gem, so that it can give me like valid headlines that work, is I went to some of the YouTube channels that I follow and I looked at the outlier videos, meaning videos that did 10, 20, 50, even 100x more than their normal videos. And they're Chrome extensions that will show you literally their most popular videos, or you can tell, like if they get 5,000, 6,000, 3,000 views, and then some get 30,000 or 100,000, you can know that this is the outlier video. And one of the things they usually have is the headline. So I copied those in this PDF. I don't know if I can actually click it. So you can see, so I made a list of all these headlines. Then I fed it to the AI and told it like, hey, I want you to draw patterns from this. Like, why do these headlines work so well? And it even broke it down into 5 different categories and what makes them work. And then I was like, create me a prompt for Gemini to always consistently comes up with this type of headlines that I like. And I also uploaded this knowledge file. So now when I come here, I can either paste my script or I can paste my idea or whatever, and it will give me valid, good-looking headlines. Now, what's the broader picture here? Okay, that's awesome, Miodrag. You have your YouTube game kind of like more smooth in. But this is the thing, like a lot of these tasks would cost me about $50 per hour, right? Or like multiple tasks, like these are 3 different tasks. And I'm currently building, I'm already using the one for thumbnails, where I just ask it to give me a prompt for the thumbnail based on the video. I paste the prompt and it gets me 90% there. I just attach my picture, and this is how I created my last couple of thumbnails, right? So I'm taking the repetitive tasks and I'm turning them, I'm using either here Gemini, or as I said, you can use ChatGPT for this. So they also have GPTs here. As you can tell, I have quite a bit here. Let's say this one. So I fed it the 2-step posts. 2-step posts are the ones that get your ideal avatar to comment so that you give them some resource, usually a lead magnet. And I took, here's another fun part, you don't even need to use your own stuff. So I went to this guy who is pro copywriter for getting 7 and 8 figure businesses, and his 2-step posts are getting like hundreds and hundreds of comments, people commenting, right? So I know that his approach works very well. So I fed his 2-step posts to this AI and I taught it how to create 2-step posts that work like that, right? And I created custom gems. So similar to the Gemini, you just come here to the GPTs. By the way, for ChatGPT, I think you need to pay, you need to have paid version, right? And all you need to do is click create, and similar to the Gemini, you give it name, description, instructions, which is your prompt, knowledge base, recommended models. So Chat has different models, so I like that they recently included this. They didn't have it, so you can use different ones for different things, so you can create it and use it. But again, as I said, I don't want you to just think about like YouTube and what I'm doing. I want you to think broadly. So here are some questions that you can ask yourself. What do I repeatedly do? So what are the tasks in your business that you do every single day, every single week, that are kind of easier to outsource, maybe boring, repetitive, etc., etc. Then that would be step 1. So you can start with 1, don't overwhelm yourself. So maybe you can brainstorm a list of 10 tasks and identify the ones you hate the most and that you see can easily be replaced by the AI. Then step number 2 would be gathering your secret sauce, right? So instead of relying on generic AI, because I could have just went to ChatGPT or Gemini and asked it, give me a thumbnail example or headline example for this video, right? And it will do an average job, and we want to avoid it. So it is using AI, but using it in the right way. So I would say adding your secret sauce would be either your own IP, or as I did for some things, I researched the top things and I fed it the right data. So when I teach it, for example, how I write, I would give my own posts as examples so it knows how I talk, how I write, how I think, right? So let's say you need some help with email subject lines. You can maybe have subject lines that you're opening based on like your preference, or you can research what are the most open email subject lines, and maybe you write an email every day. So that part of the process, which is one of the most important ones, because if people don't click on your email, they're not going to read it. So you can outsource the subject line creation to the AI as an example. So there are many examples like this. Now, again, you can just ask it for a subject line, or you can feed it the best possible examples and get it to create based on that. And then you would go to Gemini or ChatGPT or other LLMs if they have these possibilities, and teach it how to do it. Like you prompt it and you learn it what to do. Now, what's really important also is to test it after you created it, because sometimes it will still be bad, right? So I'll give you an example. I wanted to create like a mini app with Claude artifacts, which is their new feature. And I was getting it to also give me like YouTube headlines, but it was really bad. When I tested it, I pasted the prompt for the video and it gave me horrible stuff. So you need to test the output. So I tested the output and it was really bad. Make sure you test, and if it's not good, you need to correct it, either the prompt or the knowledge base, etc., etc. Yeah, that's also like step number 4. Test it, refine it if needed, and integrate it. Now, let's say with the example I gave you with email subject lines, next time you're writing an email, you just copy the entire text, you paste it, and it will give you based on what you created, right? And imagine how much time for each task each week you could save. Like, it stacks up pretty damn fast. So I can also share this if you want with me. Let me know in the comments if you want me to share this, just as a reminder. And by the way, if you're looking to make more money with AI, save time, integrate it into your business, I'm releasing 1 to 3 new videos every single week. So consider subscribing. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it. So there you have it, folks. Instead of just using AI like everyone else, like Google or Q&A tool, I want you to start thinking in processes, in systems, and integrate it into your business so that you can save more time and make more money. And if you enjoyed this video, I want to share with you this one, which is a very specific way I use ChatGPT to help me be more productive. And I promise you, a lot of people are not thinking about AI this way. So check that video out.